Hello. Today, I'd like to talk about finding the courage to express your unique creativity. This is Kelara Star Being from healinnerbeing.com. We're coming out of an age where uniqueness was considered weird or unacceptable by narcissistic societal standards. If you were not a carbon copy of the person sitting next to you, you were considered odd or not normal. In my teenage years and early adult life, this never set well with me. In fact, it quite annoyed me. As a teenager, I found myself constantly rebelling against this force that was attempting to influence me and condition me into following the crowd. Even when I did try, I could never do it for very long. I eventually felt stifled and unnatural and found myself walking away back into my hermit mode, where I felt most comfortable being myself. It's unfortunate, but the older we get, it doesn't mean we become wiser. In fact, we can become easier to control as we seek for ways to survive this false matrix system. The controls that first caused us to rebel eventually wear us down, and we find ourselves surrendering to it just to find some resemblance of peace and normality. In doing so, we lose so much more than we gain. A big part of that loss comes at the cost of our ability to create with our own energy. Creativity is our birthright. And when we are fully embodied within our own frequency, it flows with ease. When we are harmonized within our own frequency, we don't even have to think very hard to create something out of nothing. Creating is a innate part of who we are as an extension of the absolute creator source. However, the forces of this false matrix system want to remove that part of you from your very being. At the very least, they want to make you forget. They want to make us forget. The false matrix system needs us to conform to a robotic state of being. Because when we are not aligned with our organic self, the malevolent forces are able to siphon our energy to use our creative frequency for their own malevolent agendas. We eventually find it difficult to explore creative endeavors, or we may even become fearful of expressing our creativity, particularly if it is different from that of mainstream. It's sad, but innovation has become a thing of the past. If an idea or invention or new perspective does not align with a certain agenda or cookie cutter perspective, it is not considered valuable. This is very unfortunate because we as a collective lose out on a lot of paradigm shifting opportunities that could change the world as we know it for the better. The other day, I was watching videos on how to increase my channel views. One of the videos I was watching was pretty good at first until the person began to talk about finding high ranking videos and literally copying them as a way to increase views. I mean, literally copying the video. I believe he called it farming. Honestly, this did not sit well with me. Immediately, I felt discomfort at the thought of reducing my creativity by copying someone else's idea. I am not judging anyone who does this. I'm just saying it doesn't feel right for me. Yet, in a matrix system that is determined to create a complete robotic society, this is how we are meant to see success. The age of Aquarius is supporting our ability to return to our authentic self. And in doing so, we have an opportunity to embrace our creativity anew. It won't be easy and it will take time, but the key is to stay true to your own unique and creative self expression. I may not get the views that others get. I may or may not be monetized in the future. This fact remains to be seen. Nevertheless, I refuse to sell out my own unique self expression to fit into a dying age. I prefer to connect with my future self, the future that is promoting unique self expression and creativity. I hope this message inspires you to stand strong in your authentic self and your birthright to create through your unique self expression. Thank you so much for visiting today. To learn more about me and the services I provide, please visit healinnerbeing.com. All right. I hope to see you in the next video. Love to you. Bye for now.